Hello, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope this image and sound is coming through to YouTube. Alright, and I've got a slightly strange second screen up for YouTube. That's something I hadn't really considered, is how my phone would work doing that. But sound off in the chat if the stream is coming through like you would expect it to. Welcome in, welcome Tom, how you doing? I'm assuming that's Tom, slightly different username to what I'm used to, but good to see you either way. Just let me know that everything's working the way it ought. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I think it's working. I'm basically watching a slightly later version of my own stream as a second screen so I can see the chat when I'm not actively playing anything. It's working perfectly, unfortunately. Oh well, that's good to hear, Well, this is my first stream on YouTube. It's something I decided to try a little while ago. Alright folks, Ryan, welcome in, welcome, good to see you. I hope you've had a good Monday. Yeah, I decided I would try streaming on YouTube after all of the drama with Twitch a little while ago. That's settled down a bit since then, I think, but I just wanted to give YouTube streaming a try, just in case it's better to use. But to be honest, I don't really know. But this is part of the adventure we're going to have together, and we're going to find out how much fun this is or isn't. I assume it's basically going to be identical to how I usually do things on Twitch. But hey, maybe this could end up working better for me, who knows. And also thank you, of course, Tom and Ryan, for your subscriptions. You're my first 2 subscribers to my YouTube channel. This channel has existed for ages, but I've only really used it to watch YouTube videos. I've never used it to create anything before. So I'm excited to see how that goes. I also want to experiment with actually making edited and scripted videos in the future, but that's something for the future. For the moment, we are just going to stream as normal. What I haven't decided on, however, is actually what I'm going to be playing. I played a bit of Death Stranding yesterday. I'm thinking I might play a bit of Pentiment, maybe? What's in the kids tonight? Well, that's what I'm just figuring out. I think, I quite often like doing Pentiment on Sundays, and I didn't do it yesterday because I just didn't feel quite right for it. Because, Pentiment is based around a monastery, and doing that shit on a Sunday just feels right. But let me just take a quick look and see if there's any obvious alternatives, or if we can do anything particularly special for our first YouTube stream. Although we'll probably just go with the usual all clothes and porridge, that is to say, this stuff that we normally stream, generally. I haven't played Doom in a while, that is one thing. It's between Pentiment or Doom, and that involves damnation in entirely 2 different ways. One's more esoteric and one's a lot more literal. One thing I'm noticing, however, just with the YouTube stream is I'm not actually seeing the chat on my second screen. That could be a problem. Let me just see if I can fix that at all. Oh no, there we go. I think I fixed it. Nice. Right, that's good. That means I could definitely use my phone as a second screen. That's something I hadn't thought about ahead of time. I just assumed it would work, and thankfully it does, but it took a bit of wrangling. Yeah, I think... what am I thinking? I was about to say something, but it's just completely flown out of my head. Let's play some Pentiment. That's what we'll do. Let's get Pentiment up and running. And we'll pause the Harris Heller music, lovely though it is. And hopefully new chats will appear as they happen on my phone. But we'll find out about that as we go. Okay. Let's make sure I've got the right game playing. Gonna come through. Hey, there we go. Perfect, perfect. Alright. Now, I think in-game, the previous day that we played, we had that, you know, murder of that nobleman, Rothvogel. And we are about to head back to the monastery to basically find out what's to be done about it, really. We did go to the autopsy, surreptitiously, and we found that the knife wound didn't kill Rothvogel, but a blunt force strike to the head did. I think that's what happened anyway. Let's talk to people. Hey Clara, what's happening? Hello Andreas, it's nice to see you out and about. Morning Clara, keeping busy? Always, if it's not the washing, it's the cooking, the mending, the tidying. I'll lose my head if I count it all. And that's before we get to the wool. Ah, goodness, all that wool. Wool? We sheared, I think. Or we sheared. Is that a word? Sheared? I would have said sheared or shorn, whatever. We sheared the ewes last week to prepare for the lambing. You remember the bleating, I'm sure. How could you forget? My ears are still ringing. Now the wool's all washed, and we've got a pile of spinning to get through before the lambs are born. Where will we find the time? That sounds like a lot of work. Surely you have some help. Oh yes, sometimes more than we need. Many of the women in Tassing lend a hand, so it goes quickly. Many hands make light work, eh? Even baby Ursula. Oh, we give her a little wool to play with, but she's too young yet. Not for too much longer though. My mother taught me to spin when I was still in soft shoes. I've never had much of a hand for spinning, so I enjoy the company more than the work. It's rare so many of the women in town are in the same room together. We share recipes, stories, hardships, friendship, you know? And maybe a little gossip too. You must all know quite a lot about the goings-on in Tassing. We know some, it's true, but Johann Bauer is there to watch over us, so things can't get too rowdy. Yes, that's the thing we need to remember to do, is go and see the widow, whatever her name was. God, that slipped my mind. Yo, I need to switch to my laptop. This is pish on a phone. Be right back. No worries, Ryan. That's absolutely sound. Twitch is a bit dodgy on phones as well. I've no idea. I mean, I have watched a couple of streams on my phone through YouTube, so we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out, and we'll get your people's impressions after the fact. Oh, Andreas, you should come by. I'd like that, thank you. Everyone will be glad to see you, I'm sure. We meet at Johann Bauer's house. Please come by in the morning or afternoon and speak to Johann. I should get back to my labours, but it was lovely to see you, Andreas. Take care. Be well, Clara. Alright, so that was Clara. What about Ava? What are you saying to it? It'll be fun to have you spinning with us, Andreas. Cool. We can do that for sure. Can we do it today, or is that something that happens tomorrow that we need to wait for? I think the first thing we should do is make a beeline for the widow. God bless you. Ah, that's nice of him. Or maybe Johann Bauer will be out and about anyway. Oh, there's some apiaries. Johann's family keeps beehives for their honey and wax. Cool. Oh, Hans, have we talked to Hans yet? Hey, Andreas. How's it going, Hans? Keeping busy in the fields? I guess. Do you like it? What? Farming? I never really thought about it. Dad says it has to get done whether I like it or not. What do you think about it then? Uncle Franz said Brigitte might come help with the laundry today. She's Martin's wife, right? She seems nice. She is. Nicer than Veronica, anyway. I wish Brigitte lived here instead of her. You have a good time thinking about your cousin's wife? What a strange thing to say to your child. Yeah, no, let's say nothing, please. Until later, Hans. Alright. Well, there's Johan. I thought we'd talked to Johan before, but I don't recognise him. Andreas, was just wondering when you'd turn up. The gaggle said you'd come to watch them spin. Between you and me, Hetty's not about to let you go when she's got you in her claws. So I hope you've got a few hours to hunker down and get comfortable. I'd be happy to spare her a few hours. Hetty'll be glad to hear it. She's got a fondness for you, heaven knows why. Well, fuck you, Johan. Gonna be in and out, mate, but want to give you the view. Thanks very much, Tom. I really appreciate that. Thanks for sticking around. I hope I can keep you distracted from life whenever you need it. So now I can't let you inside among the unmarried girls being unmarried yourself. But you're welcome to watch through one of the windows. Why does this feel so illicit? I understand. That idiot never did see the trouble. He didn't... that idiot never did see the trouble. He didn't want to jump in feet first. You don't think he's gone to Innsbruck? Listening. Lord no, Innsbruck's got to be small time to the little shit now. Do you think he has something more exciting in mind? Ah, look, little Ursula in the bottom corner. It's a big world. Perhaps he intends to explore it, or escape. That nobleman was just murdered up at the Abbey. Why the emphasis on that word? Was. Yeah, there's a cat in the corner. I didn't even spot that. Martin picked an awfully convenient time to run off. Oh lord. Andreas was friends with the nobleman. Do you think Martin could have, you know... What motivation could Martin have possibly had? It's not our place to say. Martin has a nasty little habit. He's gotten better. Yeah, he wears better nun's clothes. Habit. Sometimes you just make jokes for yourself. Once a thief, always a thief, I say. I saw Martin running away from the Abbey the morning Lawrence was killed. Oh yeah, that's right, Martin's the absolute cunt that we don't like, because he's an absolute wank. But I can only assume he's a red herring, he feels too obvious. But I could be wrong. Let's just say I don't think it's appropriate for me to discuss. This is a matter best left to the proper authorities, certainly not a spinning bee. Imagine being tried by a gaggle of peasant women. That's unkind, Johan. It's the truth, isn't it? Doesn't matter if it hurts your feelings. Oh, we've already got the facts don't care about your feelings guy. God damn it. Stream's grand, but YouTube's lack of pop-out screen on mobile's a pain in the arse. I like using my phone with the stream on in the background. Yeah, that's absolutely fair. YouTube's not great for that. You have to pay for premium to get pop-out screens, I think. If it even gives you that, which is a damn shame. But hey, at least you got your option of the laptop, so that's something. I'm just gonna say nothing. I don't need to make enemies right now. Andreas, if you're just going to stand around, how about I put you to work? If you're going to gossip with the girls, you might as well spin with them too. Oh, we're actually going to learn how to spin. Oh shit. How does this work? Draft wool from the distaff and twist it tight, then spin the tight yarn onto the spindle. Once there's enough yarn on the spindle, collect it at the bottom and begin again. Draft, twist, spin, collect, repeat. You'll figure it out. Damn thing. Oh. Oh hell. Shit. Okay, I think I got it. Oh. Hey! We're doing it. You know, I took Ursula to play with Gret's daughter the other day. And there was a strange man in the bakery. Was he polite to you? I can't believe Ulrich would stand for anything less. He was very reserved, dark skin, quite tall, and wearing a tunic. He liked the rye bread, I remember. Who is this man? Why am I just now hearing about this? I believe he's staying at the Abbey. That must be Brother Sebat. Brigitte and I saw him walking up there after visiting the shops. He seemed lost. Where is he from? Does he speak German? Christ, I hate being the last to know. Well, Johann was telling me that I may as well make myself useful by sitting around here, but he's literally just standing there. It's just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 basically. You know, I saw Big Jorg talking to that nun again. The young one. Ha! Who can blame him? God damn it, Johann! You horny bastard. He knows she's trouble. I told him to stay away. She's very pretty, isn't she? In a mean way? In a mean way? Oh yeah, as in... not as in bad-tempered, but as in... like in a kind of simple way. Pretty perhaps, but a nun all the same. He knows better. When has that ever stopped Big Jorg from doing anything? We have plenty of pretty girls here in town. My Veronica's not half bad. Let's not give Andreas any ideas, eh? Oh, shit, here we go again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And reload. Ha! Noise. Brigitte has been spending a lot of time at her mother's house lately. Agnes is glad to have her home, and Lucky's always treated her like a daughter, but I can tell they're concerned. Are Brigitte and Martin having trouble, Veronica? It's one word for it. Brigitte does what she can, but nothing pleases Martin. He won't lift a finger for her or Wolf. Such an asshole. Well, that's not his business, is it? Women's work and all that. You ever seen him doing much men's work, Dad? Can't say I've ever seen him do much work at all. Perhaps Lucky can talk some sense into Martin. He's always been a devoted husband and father. Lucky Steinauer is the model of what a man should be. Alright. Here we go. Let's get ready for some extreme spinning. Hardcore. Is everyone behaving themselves in here? Oh, it's you. Afternoon, Otto. Come to see anyone special? Hello, Otto. It's good to see you. I heard laughing from the road and knew you all had to be up to no good in here. And look, there's Andreas. Have you been minding your manners? Old Johann here's a real stickler for propriety. I fear I've been yoked to the wheel of propriety my entire life. Right, what was I thinking? You're probably going to take everything you hear to the abbot. As if the abbot cares what the common people think. Ha! Hang on. My second screen's stopped for some reason. Hell. Bear with me, folks. Problem with the server. We try starting this up again. Okay, that fixed it, I think. Nice. Don't know what happened there. It's like the stream ended as far as the phone was concerned. I think there was a bit of a fuck up with the connection. The abbot's preoccupied with the world to come, not this one. Maybe he should pay a little more attention to the peasants he's squeezing dry. Before something happens. Happens? The abbey can't step on people forever. They will have to change eventually. Not soon enough, eh? Listen, you're a fine enough man, Andreas, but you're hardly unbiased. Too much time listening to hymns, not enough time working. That's your problem. No wonder you're not married, Andreas. Oh, fuck you, Johann. He straight up no bitches me in medieval talk. No, not married? No bitches? We all know you work hard in the field, Johann. No need to boast. He works hard in other places too. You've been in town a few months, Andreas. Got any burning questions you've been meaning to ask? Yeah, let's ask about Tassing. Make it relevant to them. Do you see much of the monks and nuns in town? Or the anchoress in the church? Do you know much about her? I would say, how have you been weathering the storm? Things have been hard all over town, especially for the farmers. We haven't the money or labour to spare to do extensive work on our own, so we used to rely on Otto here. But the abbot's got me fixing all his shit instead. One of the brothers mentioned the abbot had you replace the scriptorium's roof. At the expense of the rest of the town, he did. You remember those leaks in our ceiling after the storm? We meant to have Otto fix them, but... And the abbot's got lucky repairing his walls and fences instead of ours. Oh, I didn't realise. How else do you think the sheep got out? That wall's been on the edge of collapsing for seasons now, but Lucky's been too busy with abbey work. So we had to have Martin do it, and look how that turned out. It's a shameful business, but then, those abbey types wouldn't know real shame unless it bit them in the ass. Even then, they probably wouldn't feel it under all that padding. Nice. Come on, Andreas, surely you've got better questions than that. Alright, I'll ask about the anchoress then. Oh, Sister Amelie. You know her, Veronica? We're not dear friends or anything, but sometimes she has these fits, you know? Oh yeah, that's the kind of, what would you call it? Shall we say mentally troubled woman that seems to be having religious visions at the local church. Yeah, that was an interesting one. I hadn't heard of anchoresses before, although I was vaguely aware of something like that existing in the past. But it was an interesting feature for sure. Maybe we'll see more of her as time goes on. She did kind of vaguely predict that something terrible was about to happen, and sure enough, Rothvogel got killed. But anyway, if Father Thomas isn't there and I have time, I'll wait with her until he arrives. Since when? I didn't know anything about this. Ah, and here I thought you just adored the church building. You're so funny, Veronica. Don't make it sound weird. She's nice and someone should be there when she's in pain. That's all. The life of an anchoress is difficult and can be quite lonely. I'm sure she appreciates the company. Father Thomas has reprimanded me for speaking to her. I'm surprised he hasn't done the same to you, Veronica. Oh, I just make sure he doesn't know. Blood sacrament. What have I told you about disrespecting the father? Will you stop your cursing, woman? No! She's been in Tassing for near on a decade, hasn't she? Since I was a girl, certainly. We've grown up with her, in a way. The woman in the maze. It's like something from a tale of knights and monsters. She's trapped in a box. I don't think there's anything romantic about that. Aren't you a little know-it-all? I didn't realise you were an expert. I don't know about you girls, but I'm sick of this wool. I'm sure we've all got other chores to get to. I'm glad to have that over with. Now I don't have to think about wool for a whole year. Oh, I was having such a nice time. I bet you did, Cat, you fucking gossip. I certainly learned a lot. Care for an escort home, Eva? I'd like that, yes. Yeah. That's what Hedy sounds like when she laughs. Yeah. I expect everyone will be in their best behaviour going home. They always are. Johan, please. Andreas, will I see you home for supper? Yeah, sure, I'll be there. Christ, what a chore this was. Just be a total dick. I didn't have to come here. This was very illuminating. Thank you all for letting me join you. Thanks for coming by, Andreas. Come back anytime. Unless you come on Abbey business. Don't threaten him with a good time, Johan. Alright. But we spent a whole morning on that. Aren't we supposed to go to work? I mean, I guess everyone's distracted with, you know, murder. Well, let's see who we can get some scran with. What's happening, Harry? Hey, Andres, do you have dinner plans? You should join us for a meal. Oh well, fuck, this might be convenient then. I'd like that. Lead the way, Hedy. That's what I like to hear. I'm starving. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord, Amen. Amen, 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 Amen. There's been some chaos up at the Abbey, hasn't there, Andreas? What with the death of that nobleman? What was his name? Come on, Johan, as the Greeks would say, you have a camel's memory. I've literally never heard that phrase before. I'm not going to insult him at his own table. Jesus. Lorenz Rothvogel, a baron from Worms. Good riddance. You won't find many in Tassing crying over one dead nobleman. I'll admit, this has me interested. A murder at an abbey. How did it come to pass? I'm still trying to figure that out. My mentor, Brother Piero, was found with the body, but he's too frail to have done the deed. Alright. Let's see. Let's have some pottage, for a starter. Grisly. What about the blood? Was it everywhere? Some. Too bad. Tell me about the wound. Could you see it? Jesus Christ, Eddie. Huh. Jesus, Mum. Veronica's the same as me. I'm only curious. It's not every day a man's murdered in broad daylight. What if I need to protect myself? You're being weird, Mom. Weird and drunk. Oh shit, is she drunk? Shit. Uh-huh. Alright, Veronica agrees. Do you have any idea who might have done the deed, if not this brother Piero? I'm pursuing that question at this very moment. Well, not exactly at this moment, but once we're through here. You want to inspect our kitchen for clues? You feel free. Maybe wash the dishes while you're at it. I got a bit of laundry you can do too. What? Andres is gonna do our chores? Don't be stupid, Hans. Mum and Dad are just being annoying. Anyway, whoever killed the Baron has to be as dumb as a sack of bricks. Or very angry. Anyone come to mind, Johann? No, and I wouldn't tell you if they did. No good can come of whatever it is you're up to, Andreas. Alright, fuck you, Johann. Once the church and the nobility get involved, all the peasants are going to get shit. He's not wrong, to be fair. From one end or the other, it doesn't matter which. Roast, Dad. Ooh, I do like a poached egg. What? I'm right. Hans thinks I'm right, don't you, son? Always, Dad. At least God granted me one respectful child. What a suck-up. Speaking of the church, has Johann told you about how the abbot's going to ruin our lives? No. We were supposed to expand our farm, but the abbot's taxes make it impossible. We can't grow enough barley to feed ourselves, pay the miller's toll, and give the abbey its due. It's not Christian. It's not right the way you and the rest of the farmers are treated. That's right. Falling asleep here, mate. It's not you, it's me. So gonna leave you open and head to bed, I think. Good luck with the rest of the stream. Peace. Alright, thank you very much, Ryan, for coming in. Thanks for coming in to chat to me. And I hope you get a good sleep tonight. And thank you so much for keeping me on. That's much appreciated. Thank you very much once again. Now that Rannig Kemper's kicked the bucket, the old witch's land will be forfeit soon. Once Attilia's gone, her land will be available for us to purchase, God willing. Not if Uncle Franz get to it first. I can't believe you. She's an old lady living all alone. We should be looking after her, not picking scraps from her corpse. Shut up, Jesus. How dare you speak to your father in that way? Let's just say nothing, please. I feel sorry for Attilia. God help me, we're going to have a very serious conversation about your attitude, Veronica. You're in for it now. Eat shit, Hans. Well, I didn't even get my chicken leg. God damn it. Alright, that's it. Andreas, it's been great, but I need to have a talk with my ungrateful children. See yourself out. Goodbye. Mind your safety on the walk back. That charcoal man has his suspicious friend are about. Okay, so that was unpleasant. Time to get back to work. Oh yeah, that's right, I have a job, you know, doing things, don't I? Whoa. I come down this way? Yes, I can. These wood carvings are quite curious. Are they pagan, I dare say? Yeah, Talia, we were just talking about you. Well, if it isn't the late Baron's new best friend. After doing glad to find you in such good mood. No, let's not be sarcastic, come on now. Nice to see you too, I tell ya. Pah, sarcasm, how original. What do you want? You must be bothering me for something. We've never really talked. I thought it time we'd get acquainted. No one wants to talk to a surly old widow out of the goodness of their heart. No, no, I know your type. You want something from me. What is it, boy? Spit it out. Alright, we'll come clean. If you insist, I was hoping you could answer some questions about Baron Rothvogel's death. Heh, I knew it. Not the first time Pershta answered my call. Wow, Pershta. So, straight up invoking old pagan deities. Cool. You can see the surprise in his face. You want to know what I think? I'm glad he's dead. I hope whoever killed him gets the abbot next. Maybe burns that entire abbey to the ground. And that's all I have to say about it. The life of an innocent man is at stake. One of the elderly brothers. Can't you spare me a few minutes? You think I care about what happens to some old monk? Ha! Idiot. Kill them all, see if I care. Every agent of the church should die. Well, goddamn. Yeah, I don't think she cares much about the Inquisitors coming to Tassing. Where's this anger coming from? Is it something I can help with? No! Well, maybe. Don't suppose those skinny arms of yours can hold more than a paintbrush. I'm not so strong as Otto, but I can lift things and reach high places if that's what you need. Not often someone offers to help out old Attilia. Fine, you do some things for me, maybe it'll jog my memory. But it's going to take a while, lots of things been building up. Things I'm too old to do. You got some places to be? We should be at work, but again, I don't think there's a great amount of time pressure on us, so may as well do this. She may have some interesting insights. I have no other plans, I'm all yours for the afternoon. Follow me then. Been needing to collect some firewood, but I haven't been able to muster the energy. Let's gather you some sticks then. No questions. Good. I like Attilia. Could you pick up them sticks any slower, Andreas? I mean, goddamn. Most of this felling is for the average renovations and firewood. The town can only gather sticks. Yeah, no wonder people hate the Abbey if that's the kind of shit that they pull. Yep, there we go. What a curious looking little rabbit in the background there. Got the last one. I don't think it's going to let us go anywhere else, so I think that's all we can get at the moment. There are the trees Otto's been felling for the abbot. Break off that branch there, the big one. I know Attilia feels she's been wronged by the Abbey, but the wood does still belong to the abbot. Fuck the abbot. If we're caught stealing it, my investigation into Lawrence's murder could be in jeopardy. If the abbot finds out I helped Attilia steal from him, he could make finishing my masterpiece difficult. I mean, will they find out about a stick? But if I refuse to help Attilia, she might not tell me what happened between her and Lawrence to make her hate him so. I'm sure the abbot's distracted by the fact that a fucking murder happened in his abbey. I'm sure we can take this stick and be fine. The way she yelled at him the day he arrived, he must have been serious. But serious enough to kill him? Perhaps I can make her see reason. If you insist. Good. I like an obedient boy. Please don't say it like that, I tell you. Surely no one's gonna notice that. Eat shit, Gernot! That's all the wood I need for a while. Really? That's maybe one day's worth, it feels like. I can't use all these sticks, they're too big. You need to break them down for me. For a common lady, you certainly have the mien of a noblewoman. Alright, sure, break the sticks, got it. Oh shit, we've actually got a mini-game as well now. I need the right side at a certain length, so break them up and forget the leftover scrap. How long do you need them to be, woman? I'll know it when I see it. Now get snapping, boy. More than that, Andreas Mahler. Bigger! Okay. Ah! I'm accidentally jacking it off. No! Too short. Oh, maybe we should get a real one to help me. Oh, right, the right side is what's actually getting burned. I need to do it from this side. I need these small so fit in my... Ah, fuck's sake, I tell ya. I might just frame you for the murder. Fine. Alright. Smaller, okay. God damn it. Too big? Fucking hell. None of these are the right size. I guess I'll freeze to death tonight. Now come help me back at the house. Are you sure this will be enough wood? What if there's a cold snap? Perhaps we should get more. It will have to be, won't it? Unless you mean to come around again. I'm an old woman living alone, and summer is coming. Soon I'll only need fuel for cooking, not warmth. Don't worry yourself, boy. I'll be fine. If you say so, but I worry about you living alone. I have some mementos from Brannig here. They've gone crooked and I can't reach. Could you hang them for me, Andreas? Easy enough. And please, be careful with my pictures. Some are very fragile. I would hate to lose them to your carelessness. Ooh. For some reason the mouse controls are kind of awkward. That you could hang those papers on the table. I can't reach. There you go, that looks alright. Thank you for hanging those. Just one thing. Remove the cross. Dun dun dun! Are you sure about that? Don't you gainsay me, boy. Oh wait, I didn't... I was trying to click the thought bubble and it picked an option. It's done that before, that's quite annoying. The church never did anything for me and took nearly all I had. Why should I be made to venerate it? What did the church take from you? What does it matter to you? Just take the thing down like I asked. Alright, I guess if you're sure. Of course I'm sure. You've done what I've asked so far. Why are you balking now? Just do it. I've got one last thing for you to do if you're willing. A legal document. I need you to read it. The words are too small for my old eyes, and my reading's not so good. I'm not an expert in Bavarian law, but I'll do my best. Good enough for me. Let me see here. It says... Oh. Due to the recent death of Rannig Kemper, his lack of heirs to inherit, your inability to pay fees on the land, your property is forfeit to the church. I'm sorry to tell you. Ah! That devil! That monster! This is all the fault of Lawrence Rothvogel. If he were alive, I'd kill him myself. May he boil in hell for all eternity. Your hatred of the church. Did you know this would happen? Ah, you think I'm stupid? It was inevitable. I think it's time you tell me what happened with the Baron. Rannig, my husband, he caught that Rothvogel devil riding through our property and told him, rightly, to leave. The Baron beat my Rannig for it, beat him so savagely that he took a cane to walk. Even his breathing pained him. Never could breathe so deep so long as he lived. Which wasn't long at all. Good God. That Baron was the worst kind of man, careless and cruel. He knew he could beat my Rannig and suffer no consequences, so he did. We were not even so low as animals to him. We were furniture. And I knew later? After. I knew after Rannig died, the church would try to take what little I had left. This document only confirms it. All because of Lawrence Rothvogel. Now, that's a pretty compelling reason for you to have killed him. I don't know, she seems pretty enfeebled. I don't buy it. I'll say nothing. Since Rannig left, I'm just waiting to die. Why should I have to go on living when he's gone? He has not been dead even a year. I hoped I would follow him before the church came for what was left of our life. Inheritance laws are cruel to the widowed and the childless. Just as the church likes it. It doesn't matter, boy. The laws will never change and nobody cares. You know, that's a pretty compelling reason for you to have killed him. Okay, that's something I specifically didn't want to say, but I guess it was scripted anyway. You said yourself you'd do it if you could. Who's to say you haven't already? Finally, some honesty from you. This was the real purpose of your visit all along. I'm an old woman, Andreas. Even walking from my bed to the door pains me. How could I kill a man in his prime? Not that it matters. I'm sure I'll take the blame for it anyway. Just like I'm blamed for every runny nose and thrown horseshoe around here. The people in town can't wait for me to die, and the Abbey vultures hate me for my contempt of them. None of it matters. I don't care what happens to me anymore. Thank you for your help, boy. You're the only one who's come calling since my Rannig passed. Do you know? Now get out. I need to lie down. Probably good, there, me old witch. No, no. Like, she's one of life's victims. She's had a hard life. We were glad to help, of course. I guess I'm just not going to the Abbey at all today. I should find something to eat with. Just knocking on her door again. Hey, you got scran? Need me some food, yo. What's happening up here? Brigitte, I've heard a lot of talk about you. I would wish you a good day, Andreas, but I fear that would be a lie. Oh dear. Has something happened? Martin's gone missing. Cat is beside herself. I saw him fleeing the Abbey Thursday morning, right after Baron Rothvogel was murdered. Lord God! Martin just couldn't have. Do you think Martin could have killed the Baron? No, no. There's a storm cloud over Martin, but it rains only on him. He would never hurt someone. I can't imagine it. But he has stolen from people. The townspeople believe he's a thief. A thief is not a murderer. Even if many in town don't speak highly of him, I know in my heart that he is a good man. Please believe me. Frown skeptically. No. I just want to understand who might be responsible for the Baron's murder. And... yeah, I don't think it was Martin. I don't think he has the guts, or the motive, really. And for what it's worth, I don't think it was Martin. I mean, I suppose I could still think it's Martin, but I don't need to tell her that. I understand. Thank you for hearing me out. I should probably get back to my chores. Franz will be angry if he sees me shirking. Or talking to an unmarried man. Of course. God willing, Martin will come home soon. He will. I trust in Providence. Be well, Andreas. Be well, Brigitte. What's happening, cat? Don't suppose you're too distressed to give me some food. Hello, Master Mahler. I'm sorry to cause you trouble, but have you seen Martin recently? He wasn't feeling well, so I let him sleep until prime. But when I came to check on him, he was gone. I saw him Thursday. Well, let's see if we can choose the thought bubble and not the option this time. I did see Martin running through the meadow, but this is a delicate situation, and I'm not sure how I should handle it. I didn't get a chance to speak with him, and I don't know what he was up to. He could be entirely innocent, but if I tell Kat that I saw him fleeing the Abbey, she might think her son killed Lorenz. She might think I think her son killed Lorenz. That's true, but I don't see much of a reason to lie right now. There's no major advantage to that. Getting brown films could cause undue stress. Yeah, again, I don't think it was Martin. Still, Cat deserves my honesty. Yeah, that's what I think. I saw him Thursday morning. He ran through the meadow while I was on my way to the Abbey at prime. But he said he was sick. And what was he doing in the meadow? He hardly ever goes out there. It always makes him sneeze. Seemed to be running from the Abbey. Why do you ask? He has a history of making poor decisions. Like stealing. It's my great shame. I have failed him as a mother. I'm sorry, this is not your trouble. Thank you for speaking to me. Was there something else? I don't want to impose, but if it wouldn't be too much trouble, please let me know if you see Martin. So worried for him. Of course, Cat. Thank you, Master Maller. Be well. Oh, I meant to ask, would you care to join us for a meal? Yes! We've got supper sorted. I knew this would happen. More or less. How kind of you. Please lead the way. It's nothing. Brigitte and I will be glad of the company. Bless us, O Lord, in these gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen, 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 amen. You know how it goes. Oh yeah, we haven't met France yet either. You're a respectful man, Andreas. Your parents discipline you? I never got in much trouble. Mostly I kept to myself. Lucky them. Martin's got a special knack for making trouble. Only thing he loves more than being a layabout and a whiner. You ask me, the trick to well-behaved children is a firm hand. Well, obviously you beat him too much or not enough. Fish stew, salmon hand pie. Ooh, we've got a fish-based meal today. The pie will be roasting hot. Let's have the stew first. Spare the rod and spoil the child. That's what the Bible says. It also says fathers shouldn't provoke their children to anger, lest they be discouraged. Did I ask you? We're literally having a conversation about it, Franz. Fuck's sake. Maybe if Wolf cried less, Martin wouldn't have felt the need to run off. I'm sorry, I'll try and keep him quiet. This goddamned racket is giving me a headache. There you go, sweet boy. Finally. It's too goddamn cold in here, cat. You'll get some firewood after the meal. God, this French guy's a dick. This is enthralling, top-notch dialogue. Yeah, I mean, it's so mundane, so much of it, but I just really enjoy it. Oh yeah, some salmon hand pie. I didn't know salmon had hands, but here we fucking go. Yes, of course. Only... What? You've got an excuse now? Little tummy ache? Need to lie down? I worry I tell you I will come back. The widow Kemperin? Has she been bothering you? I found her collecting firewood on our land. I asked her to leave because I pay the goddamn taxes on that firewood. And she shouted at me, quite forcefully. She's going through a difficult time. Soon she'll have to forfeit her home. Well, that's not my fucking problem, is it? If she wanted to keep her house, she should have had a few more sons. That lies in God's hands, doesn't it? Nah, he's not for feeling petty, this guy. Just let's not say anything. Cat did. Why couldn't that old bat? You tell him, Cat. Let's have more pie. Wah. Sorry. I'm now little bear. It's alright. You're a good boy, aren't you? I'm good at making baby noises. You're a marvel at soothing him, Brigitte. I have many opportunities to practice, I'm afraid. I wasn't done speaking. Shut up, Franz, you dick. Of course, I'm sorry. Now, you tell him, Cat. Tell him how you chose to have a son, and did. I prayed daily for a son, and then I had Martin. That's right, just as I told you. You and Hetty both. If my brother's wife can make the Lord hear her, that old witch could have done the same. I hope Martin's alright. He usually comes back by now. Shiftless. Good for nothing malingerer. He better come back so I can beat the pants off him. Johann would never let his boy get away with this shit. My brother knows how to raise an obedient son. I like how that's such a cell phone. It's like, because I sure don't. Speaking of malingering, we've all got work to do. Enough sitting around. France is fucking huge. Thank God. Right. Thank you for welcoming me at your table. Good of you to come. Alright, so we didn't go to the Abbey at all today. I guess we're just going home. Alright. I hope we didn't miss anything too important. Although we almost certainly did. Oh, excuse me. Oh shit. We've got a monk. Voislav. Andres, Christ, there you are. Mind your language, brother. Don't take the Lord's name in vain. Brother Voislav, what's the matter? It's the Archdeacon. He's come early, with an entire retinue in tow. He's questioning everyone who knew the Baron and the brother Piero. I've already told him the little I know. He expects to speak with you tomorrow at Nonis. He requested you specifically. Who's with him? Several men-at-arms, a gaggle of functionaries, and an executioner. Oh. Toxic franculinity. I mean, yeah, he's just the absolute fuckboy that got landed in a marriage, isn't he? He's the kind of guy that listens to that Andrew Tate guy, or whatever the fuck he's called. I hope your prying has borne fruit, or Piero's neck will meet the sword. Actually, I have absolutely fuck all to go on, so Piero might be slightly fucked. I don't want to say I've done the best with the time I've had, because I'm not sure I have at all. I've not even spoken to most of the nuns. But I'll just say I've done the best. I've only had a couple more days. Whatever happens, Piero knows you've been working hard on his behalf, and he's been grateful for it. You've been working hard, having like free lunches and dinners at everyone's house. Only, Andreas. What is it? It's just, you know as well as I do, the Baron was not a good man. I'm not saying he deserved what he got, just you think hard about what you tell the Archdeacon and who you tell him about. You understand? You don't need to worry. I've found nothing that implicates you. You didn't do it, did you? It's not me I'm worried about! That's quite funny, actually. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shout. You didn't deserve that. All I'm saying is, if in your searching you heard anything about a certain sister, I'd ask you to keep it to yourself. I'll do what I can to protect Sister from Matilda from censure. Who's Matilda again? I mean, none of the nuns have particularly struck me as being likely to have done it. I don't think, so I don't know why I would try to implicate them. But I suppose maybe that's who the Archdeacon thinks did it, so I may have to do some work to clear their name. That's all I would ask of you. I should return to Kearsau. The abbot will be having a fit right about now. Be well, Andreas. I will pray for Piero's deliverance tonight. You should as well. Okay, so things are heating up quick. I thought, well, that was the kind of insinuation that we had a couple of days at least before the Archdeacon turned up, but obviously he's here ahead of schedule. Oh yeah, we've got our sleeping hat on, we're ready for some serious type sleep. Oh shit. Oh, is this one of the dream sections? We haven't talked to Prester John in a while. Okay. Andreas, when are you coming home? Dad, I'll be home soon. I just need to finish this commission for the Abbey. Good, good. But finish that masterpiece too. It's time for you to get on with your career. Yes, of course. You're not going to quit this like you quit university, are you? No, of course not. Good. If it weren't for the work I did for the Rector, you never would have had that opportunity. Most people never get a second chance after they throw something your way like that. I know, Dad. Well, we'll see you when you get back. Yeah, alright. I'll come across more people if I go wandering. Sabine. Oh, it's you. I only have the picture of you, the one my brother Daniel made. I don't really have any idea what you're like. Oh, he's never met Sabine. I see, so he's only ever seen a drawing over. Do you really want to get married to a stranger? Why should that matter? Medieval times. Right, everyone keeps saying that. That's why I'm saying it to you now. Because I'm saying it to myself. Exactly. I'll see you soon, Andreas. For real, I mean. I suppose that's true. Until then. Hey, it is Prester John. Cool. Welcome back, Andreas. It has been too long since you have graced this court with your presence. Apologies, Your Majesty. My mind has been preoccupied by a tragedy at Kearsau Abbey. What manner of tragedy? The murder of a nobleman, a close friend of the Prince Bishop of Freising. My friend, Brother Piero, is the abbot's only suspect. I know that he could not have done it. How do you know? Examine your assumptions, my son. In addition to having no motive, and violence not being part of his character, he's not physically capable of the act. He's of limited strength and has a palsy in his hand that makes holding a paintbrush difficult. It's inconceivable that he would have had the strength and the resolve to kill a baron with a blow to the head. A whole lot of inconceivable shit happens on this hell of an earth, Andreas. I do not deny that it is impossible, but I believe it's extremely improbable. So what do you intend to do about it? When I'm brought before the Archdeacon, I'll tell him what I know about the other people who had motives to kill the Baron. I have to believe he'll see there are much more likely suspects than Piero. Why have you taken this task upon yourself? I have to save Brother Piero's life. He has no one else to help him. Your love for and devotion to him speak well of your character. A man who is humble before his elders honours also his gods. Of course you'd say that, old man. He is right, though. If Andres doesn't help him, no one will. Exactly. I understand why the brothers and sisters cannot act against the abbot, but I must do something. Why does that shit-for-brains abbot care about the death of a useless fart like Lorenz Rothvogel anyway? Powerful people get upset when other powerful people are murdered. This could threaten the existence of the Abbey. Oh no, the Abbey! Who gives a damn about those hypocritical assholes? Oh, there's a slight typo there. There should be an S there. Should be who gives, not who give. Oh well. In any case, Andres' ability to prevent Piero's death depends on the judgment of the Archdeacon. Wise or foolish, corrupt or just, the Archdeacon will be the first and possibly final arbiter of Piero's guilt. Andreas must win the Archdeacon to his side using the tools favoured by men such as him. I wonder what the I don't even know what the Archdeacon's like. Who's to say what he prioritises? Reason? Wisdom? Probably doesn't like people being more wise than himself. Authority? Well, I don't have any, I'm just a randomer. Honesty, I guess? You must be honest in all things, Andreas, but many are not willing to accept the truth. And the cost of honesty can be high. Okay, we get to pick all of them, I guess. Reason? Ha! When's the last time you met a man who was truly ruled by reason? Wisdom? Wisdom can be shared, but the audience may not comprehend it. Authority? Despite your talent, you are merely an artist. He has been invested with the power by the Prince Bishop of Freising. You have no authority with him. Yeah, that's what I said. If reason, wisdom, authority, and honesty cannot triumph, what am I left with? Hope. Lies. Truth. Above all, faith in Providence. Well, what do you plan to tell the Archdeacon, Andreas? There were other people in Kersau and Tassing who had motives to kill the Baron. The widow Kemperin despised Lawrence for maiming her late husband. Maimed how? The Baron beat him savagely following an argument about trespassing on the Kempers' farm. His injuries were so severe that they never truly healed, and he needed a cane to walk. He died less than a year age. Or a year ago, I assume. Yeah, died less than a year ago. Attilia is certain that it's because the wounds he received that day. Why did the two quarrel? My understanding is that it was simply an argument about trespassing. An argument about trespass that got out of hand. And now I suppose she will lose their home. And my apologies, his home. For what reason? Should an aged widow not live out her remaining days in peace? She should, but she won't. She didn't realise she didn't squeeze out any little Kempers for old Rannig, so away the house goes. Yes, because women must fight to own property. We exist on the sufferance of men. It's true and terrible. It's easy to understand Attilia's anger. Good. Perhaps if more men understood our just anger, the laws would change. A good man does not sit idly by while injustice flourishes around it. What the hell is a half-trained artist with a half-university degree going to do against the might of the Holy Roman Empire? Idiots! You have established a motive for the widow, Andreas, but there is another matter that requires inquiry. While women and men are equal in most natures, women are weaker in strength. How could a woman of Attilia's age overpower a healthy man like the Baron? I wondered at that myself. Have you found anything that she could have used to kill the Baron? No, not yet. If you wish to convince the Archdeacon that an old woman killed the Baron, you will need more than just motive. Are there any others you suspect? I found no other suspects. Well, there's Lucky Steipenauer, or whatever his name was. We didn't really get to talk to him because we didn't follow him. But we might get a chance to do that in the morning because we don't have to meet with the Archdeacon until Nonnes anyway. You have brought a worthy mystery before this court, Andreas. I pray to God we have granted you the insight you need to face the coming challenge. Thank you, Your Majesty. I am prepared to meet the day. Before you go, Andreas, there is one more thing to consider. You will be summoned to the Archdeacon to tell him what you know, but you need not tell him everything. I think I understand. There is a place for a noble lie. This is not one of them. Why? The Baron is dead. All of the people with a motive to kill him suffered, either directly or indirectly from his wickedness. Simply mentioning a name to the Archdeacon may endanger them, whether they had anything to do with the murder or not. Right, no point throwing everyone waist deep into the shit. I protest any attempt at deception, but you must ultimately follow your own conscience, Andreas. Little time remains before you must stand before the Archdeacon. Use it wisely. I'll do my best. Until we meet again, Andreas, God be with you. And also with you, Your Majesty. Okay, so if we hadn't had a dream sequence in quite a long time, that was really interesting. Time to get back to work. Yeah, we should head straight for the Abbey. Let's not get sidetracked. Can I even get to the Abbey this way? Nope, not that way. Yeah, up you go. Come on. Church and Druckers. Yeah, I wonder if the priest could give me any advice about talking to the Archdeacon. I'll be with you, Andres. Nope, I guess he's just ignoring me. If you would go the way I'm telling you to go, that would be lovely, thank you very much. I guess I just need to click on it. Oh well. So I feel like we've really not made use of the time at all that we've had. So I think Brother Piero might be for the chopping block, since the Archdeacon brought an executioner with him. There's Sebat. Andres, I am sorry about what is happening to Brother Piero. I do not know him well, but I find it hard to believe he could have killed the Baron. Do you have any idea who might have done it? Did you see anything? Sadly, no. Most mornings I spend my time reading in the courtyard, but the rain made that impossible. And although the brothers are friendly, I do not know them well enough to speculate. I'm sorry. If it would help keep your spirits up, I would like to offer to eat with you. Well, you and some of the townsfolk. I have become acquainted with the Albin family, but do not feel comfortable making this offer myself. If you could approach them on my behalf, I would appreciate it. The Gospel says that man cannot live on bread alone, but from time to time a little bread is required. I need to continue looking into the Baron's murder, perhaps later. Of course, I understand. God give you health. Till later. Alright. I think, yeah, I need to go through the dormitory to get to the scriptorium. Oh, hey. Shouldn't you be working? God bless you, Andreas. Alright, God bless you, Adoc. This way. Yeah, Andreas. Okay, so I guess we're not working. Oh, we need to check the book. I wonder what Prior Ferenc was doing with this book. From the library of the University of Five Churches. The Hungarians call it Peksh. That's where Ferenc is from. Doctor of Theology, Georg of Gran. Friend of his? Ah, the Speculum Astronomiae, Albertus Magnus's Defence of Astrology. Sloppy bookhand couldn't have been produced by an abbey of note. Bastard script. Burgundian, Flemish. Not recently. Just say that, fuck it, why not? That's definitely Ferenc's handwriting between the lines and the margins. Is he notating the text for his personal use? In any case, it's a thorough commentary. What's this? It looks scribbled. Not like Ferenc to be so sloppy. And he didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, all astrological symbols. What's written below? Greek to be sure. Obdgogeksu. That doesn't make any sense. That's not even a word, just a jumble of letters. It must be some kind of cipher. What's the key? I suppose I'll figure it out in due time, but I'll copy all this down to reference later. Alright. So we need to solve the cipher then. Well, since we're clearly not allowed to actually sit down and work, I guess we should wander around and see who we can talk to. Just a scriptorium again. What's in here? The prior's house. If he has a key, he might have it in his house. Can we go in? Ooh, we've found something. Someone was in a hurry to get rid of this parchment. It smells recent. Probably wasn't burned more than a day ago. Occult hands. Whoops. Let's check our book, because we've got some new things to go over, I'm sure. Primer 6. I need to figure out the meaning of the cipher Ferenc wrote in the scriptorium. He used a volvel while writing it, and took it with him. He can't keep it in his robes all the time, can he? I found the burned remnants of a note in Prior Ferenc's house. It's unclear what the contents of the note were, but it is written in a purple ink with exceptionally fine lettering. After helping Atelia, she admitted that she hated the Baron for what he did to her husband, Rannick. Apparently, Lawrence beat Rannick so severely that he walked with a cane for the rest of his life. The widow believes his injuries ultimately killed off old Rannick. She also claims she's not strong enough to have killed the Baron. Jakob Essler, the Archdeacon of Freising, has arrived at Kearsarge Abbey and will be questioning people connected with the Baron's death. He wants to question me in the chapter house at Nonnes. Okay, so I need to go to the chapter house at Nonnes. At least we know where we're going for that. Wolf Bauer, infant son of Martin and Brigitta Bauer. Okay. Monastic hour during the first hour of daylight, one of the little hours of prayer. Okay. Ulrich Albin. Town baker, husband to Gret and father to Anna, known for his piety. Okay. Okay, we don't need to go over all of this. Gret Albinen, wife of Ulrich and mother of Anna. Gret assists her husband in the town bakery. And Johannes Hans Bauer, son of Johann and Hedy Bauer, brother of Veronica. Hans is a quiet boy and is reasonably well liked. He is not known for being particularly bright. Yeah, he didn't seem to be very introspective, but... oh well. What can you do? Catherine Kat Bauren. The wife of Franz Bauer, mother of Martin. Kat suffers under her husband's oppressive presence, but is well liked by the other townsfolk. Alright. Still more people, goddamn. Holy Roman Empire. The largest and most powerful European state in its time, the Holy Roman Empire was made up of many peoples and suffered from much internal strife during the Reformation, despite Emperor Maximilian's firm hand over the land. Brigitta Bauren, daughter of Agnes Steinauer, daughter of Lucky Steinauer, wife of Martin Bauer, mother of Wolf. She lives with her husband in their farm, close friends with Veronica Bauer. Is there anyone else? Guess not. Albertus Magnus. Renowned 13th century Dominican theologian, philosopher, astrologer and Bishop of Regensburg. A prolific writer, he was known primarily for his work on Aristotle and his knowledge of natural sciences. Aye. Okay, so I think we've covered everything. Right. I think that's all the information to get caught up in at the moment. Was that an astrolabe? What's this? A Volvo? I've not heard of a Volvo before. I've heard of an astrolabe. That's why I called it that. I've seen these before in astronomy and medical tracks. What's this one for? 2 wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. Right. So I suppose if we swap out the Greek letters that we found, we might be able to work it out. And the outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Greek, Latin and elemental symbols. It's obvious someone with occult interests fashioned this. Ah, a quarter turn of the upper disc aligns with a different elemental symbol with the top one on the lower disc. That reveals a different set of letters underneath. This must relate to the Greek letters I found in Ferink's book. I need to compare them. But these symbols aren't the same. The elements don't appear in the cipher and the astrological symbols aren't on the Volvel. Wait, of course, every astrological sign corresponds to one of the 4 elements. Libra and Gemini are air, Scorpio is water, and so on, that's it. When the cipher indicates an astrological sign, I just need to correspond it to the appropriate element on the wheel. Simple. Alright. Well, I need to pee, so I need to go do that before I try and think about this puzzle, so I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alright, back in the game. Now, let's see. How shall we do this? So, I can't remember which of the zodiac symbols are at sight. I think there's a Scorpio down here. That's maybe one I can name. Might be Pisces, I don't know. I don't think it's actually important. Just figuring this out. So, well, let's start with fire, because there's this that corresponds to beta, I believe. This one corresponds. It doesn't correspond. You need to find a line that has all 3 symbols. Corresponds here, here, and here, and yeah, this one isn't anywhere. This one isn't anywhere either. I don't know if I'm on the right track, but let's move it to Earth. We take this. Here. Oh, it's just showing me where to click, actually. Okay. Let's do. That can't be right. I agree, it is not. Well, if I go around the wheel, won't I get it eventually? SDG, R. Yeah, that's even worse. At least the last one made out something that might have arguably have been a word. Alright, try this one. HN, okay, bad start. Let's just jump straight to this one. Hang on. Maybe it's not as simple as all that. Maybe we do need to change as we go. I've just realised it. Okay, I get it now. I see what I'm doing wrong. Hang on, I'm an idiot. Hang on, let's go back to the start. Go to fire. So S. Earth. I. Fire again. Sig. Siga. Fire again. Sigar. Lost air one. Sigar. Earth. Sigar ha. Sigarad. No, that's not it. What? Did I miss one? Hang on. God. F. That is A. Oh, I think I got the first letter wrong. Hang on. Air. The first one's air. Why did I think it was fire? Let me just... Hey, Gerhard. Gerhard? As in the late brother Gerhard? Yes, yes, it can't be a coincidence. Hey, Gerhard. My brother Gerhard died sometime last year. How does this connect to him? Is it An anagram? Using Gerhard's name? Harried? Hardier? Where does the G go? God, I'm sure Airdoc would know. Maybe it's not an anagram. Let me think. Did he use his name for an abbreviation? A lot of letters for an abbreviation. A cipher inside a cipher, perhaps? I don't know. Let me think. Why his name? And why Heigerhard? It couldn't be Greek. Never heard of an Italian or Spaniard named Heigerhard. Either. Ridiculous. Let me think. Wait, maybe it's an abbreviation and a name. Gerhard is the name. What's the H-I? Od ignoda? No. Hinc ili lacrimae? Oh my god, it's so much simpler. Hic iacet. Here lies. Here lies Gerhard. Gerhard's grave. I wonder if it has something to do with the Baron's murder. I should ask the abbot for permission to exhume the grave as soon as possible. I don't know if he'll grant permission for that in the midst of all of this, but... I mean, at least we found something. There are deep indentations in this parchment. Whoever wrote on the page above must have been angry. I wonder if I could make a charcoal rubbing of this page and reveal the content of the writing. Oh, we just have charcoal, okay. At least they didn't give us a bullshit, you know, adventure game style puzzle where we have to go and find a piece of charcoal and it leads to a whole other thing. Aha! Clear as an alpine day. It's a letter to the Baron from Prior Ferenc. My god, Lorenz was blackmailing Ferenc to get him to perform some kind of occult ritual. It's one thing to read books on magic, but few are foolish enough to attempt to actually practice what's written in them. I wonder if Ferenc was so unsettled when Lorenz arrived. The Baron could have gotten him executed for witchcraft. Yeah, that's probably the more pressing concern. Alright, so Ferenc is starting to look a bit more like a suspect, but we don't have a ton... In fact, we have hardly anything to go on. Is there a way we can get a look at the grave without actually doing anything with it? Let's go back through the church. See if there's anything interesting we can find. Oh, hey Matthew. What's happening? Oh yeah, we got some plain chant. Here we go. Let's just take a hymn break. Ah! Yeah, that's enough. Let's see what's in the tower. Not much by the look of it. Oh well, we got a nice view of the countryside anyway. The foundations of the abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land, not long after the death of Christ. These tomb markers go back centuries, all the way back to the founding of the abbey. Abbot Dietrich, from the height of Kearsau's power in the 14th century, those days have long passed. A lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. There must be something else. Wait, that was it? Now what? Oh shit, son! We've got a secret passage! The sisters may be in the library right now. I need to wait until Compline. Alright, if the Archdeacon doesn't kill me, we should come back here. God, I really should have done more wandering around. I guess we should maybe think about going to talk to the nuns or something. Better to go this way. Let's take a look at the shrine. Have we been in there before? No, we have not. And we've not talked to any of these people before. Let's chitter-chatter. God bless you. Okay. God bless you. A reliquary containing the hand of Saint Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance. Master Mallow? Yes, it's me, sister. Do you think Brother Piero really murdered the Baron? Do you? I don't know what to think. Father Abbot says that the devil sometimes enters men and makes them do terrible things. I don't think the devil entered Brother Piero. Do you think the devil could appear here at Kersau? If the devil could appear to Christ at Gethsemane, he can appear to us anywhere. I didn't see the devil, but I think I smelled his odour. The night before the Baron was killed, I woke before matins and smelled something in our dormitory. It was strange, moss and sulphur mixed with frankincense and roses. It moved through the room. I wanted to scream, but I was too frightened, and then it was gone. I'm ashamed that I didn't cry out, but I didn't know what to do. I don't know that I would have done any better, sister. That's small comfort, but thank you. Thank you, Sister Margaret. God bless you, Master Mallow. God bless you. Ah, Matilda. God bless you, Master Mallow. May I ask you some questions, Sister Matilda? You know, Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's truly necessary. It's about your relationship with Brother Voislav. I don't see what business that is of yours. I'm just letting you know that I know. If there's nothing else, I need to get back to my work. Till later, Sister Matilda. Okay, we just came in to talk about absolutely personal shit, and that we've got some dirt on her, and that's kind of it. Brother Matthew maintains this shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. Ah yes, merchandise. As Catholic gets. I can say that, I'm from that background myself. Okay, we can take a look around here. Ah, feverfew. It always smells so fresh. Store must lead to the rest of the convent. Not for me. Ah, there's the bigwig herself. What's happening, Cecilia? God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? I noticed that you took the sisters inside when I walked up with the Baron. What concern is it of yours? Given that Baron was just murdered, it seems worth inquiring about the cause. I'll just say, you said much in saying nothing. And now I will say even less. Good day, Andreas. Okay. She is smart, much smarter than I am. Let's see what's in here. Ooh. A painting of Hildegard von Bingen, Mother Cecilia's favourite. Isn't Hildegard von Bingen sometimes credited with like inventing the first modern beer? Like, beers existed for thousands of years, but she like perfected using hops, maybe? I might be wrong. That's the legend anyway. Doors to the convent are locked to outsiders. Men, at least. Tassing is lucky to have so much windwort naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. The many-petaled cinquefoil. It grows so easily, some consider it a weed. Sisters certainly keep their garden well tended. Pet mouse fonger. Yes, we must pet the cat. Also, mouse fonger is also an excellent name for a cat. I can't remember the name of the other cat in town, but I remember it being a good one. The shovel has blood on the blade. Not normal. Shit, have we just found a murder weapon by complete accident? I think Sister Matilda uses it in the garden. I should ask her about it. Oh shit, we are getting clues hot and fast now that we have literally just a morning to take care of this. Presumably someone else had the shovel while it was being bludgeoned into the Baron's head. God bless you, Master Mala. May I ask you some questions, Sister Matilda? You know Mother Cecilia does it? Yeah, we've had this song and dance before. I have to ask about your shovel. The garden shovel? I wouldn't say it's mine. It belongs to the Abbey. I just use it more than the other sisters. There's blood on it. I recently used it to kill baby rabbits in the garden. The other sisters are too squeamish to do it. I didn't clean it because it was going right back in the dirt anyway, but why bring up the shovel? Oh, I understand. No, I didn't use it to kill a Baron. A man is not a rabbit. Mr. Matilda, did you receive a strange note recently? Yes, how did you know? Others have received notes as well, have they? Is that something we've established? What did it say? Yeah, look for yourself. Oh, we have found one of these before. Remember what he did, the violence you suffered, the red bird flies, Matins, chapter. Rothvogel, the red bird. I found it in my bed in the nun's dormitory. You can keep it if you like. In your bed? Who could have put it there? The only people allowed beyond the garden are the sisters. I can't imagine any of them making this. Mother Cecilia and Sister Illuminata have beautiful handwriting, but both of them have been so kind to me. Thank you for your time, sister. God bless you, Master Mala. Okay, so that went nowhere quick. Let's see if there's anything in the journal that might help us get somewhere. Alright. Check the glossary. Hildegard. St. Hildegard of Bingen was a Benedictine abbess, visionary, mystic, and prolific writer on a variety of subjects from theology to musical composition to medicine. Yeah, I thought that's where that name came from. Holy Lance. Also called the Spear of Destiny or the Lance of Longinus, it is the lance that pierced Jesus' side on the cross. Many legends surround the lance and several places claim to possess it. Right, are there any others? Nope, that's all we've got right now. Not sure what else I should be doing. Maybe I should try the Loquarium again. Oh no, this isn't where I meant to go. At least we get another hymn break. Yeah, the cloister, that's what I'm looking for. Let's try the kitchen, see if there's anything interesting there. Hey, Lucas. Hello. I'm sorry, Andreas, I can't let you down there. Father Gerno doesn't want anyone talking to Brother Piero before the Archdeacon arrives. What am I going to do? Elope with him? I know, I know. Just a few minutes? I really shouldn't. I need to talk to him. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm sorry. No, you're right, I'll leave it alone. God bless you, Andreas. To be fair, I don't know what I could really gain by talking to Piero right now. So I'd rather not put the screws on Voislav if I can help it. Okay, I've not been in this area at all yet. These cucumbers are growing quickly. I'm sure whatever isn't eaten will be picked. Or pickled, rather. I wonder what recipes the brothers have for peas. Ooh, the abbot's house. Oh god, he's right there. Oh no, that's Frank. I have to pet Mirabilis. Vitally important. Yee. Best game. 10 out of 10. Ah, Andreas, what an awful time. Awful time. A baron murdered at Kiersau. These are dark days indeed. Brother Piero, I admit I would have never thought him the type. What could have possessed him? The devil can make monsters of even the holiest men, Prior Frank, but Piero? All men are weak to Satan's temptations, Andreas, even old men. But you have come to me for a reason. Do you need something? Do we want to come to him with any of this? I feel like it might be showing our hand a wee bit. I'll say you rushed into the scriptorium and had something strange at your desk. Pardon? And why were you sneaking about the scriptorium? I wasn't sneaking. I dropped a bottle of paint on the floor and was cleaning it up. I could have left it there if you preferred. The floor is rather drab in the scriptorium. This ungrateful wretch. Let us seek a common understanding, Master Mahler, as two brothers in Christ. Please let's. I love to understand things. The scriptorium is my domain and you are a guest here. And so long as that is true, I do not answer to you, but to the abbot only. Is that clear? I suppose. Praise be. Will that be all from you then? Yeah, I don't think there's anything much to be gained by talking to him, really, about this. For now, be well, Prior Frank. Bless you, Master Mahler. Could be an interesting thought to talk to Gerno about it, though. Andreas, I trust you are abiding by my command to leave Piero and the rest of the monastics in peace. Father Gerno is in a difficult position. He hasn't been at the abbot. He hasn't been at the abbot long. I think you mean he hasn't been at the abbey long, and he's young. The elder monks don't respect him. A friend of the Prince Bishop murdered under the roof of his abbey. He doesn't look good. If I represent a threat to the abbot's authority, he could expel me from the abbey, masterwork or not. I could lie and say I haven't investigated a single thing. But if the abbot discovers my treachery, it will damage my reputation with him. I don't think the abbot would expel me, but the abbot could make my life very difficult for the rest of my time at Kiersau. I'll lie to him. I've been abiding by your command, frustrating though it is. I do not appreciate your characterization of my reasonable request as frustrating. Nevertheless, I must admit, have not... God, there's tons of typos in this stream today. I must admit, have not heard. I must admit, I have not heard any complaints about your behaviour, for which I am grateful. I know you and Brother Piero are close. You must trust that if Piero is innocent of the Baron's death, God will reveal as much to the Archdeacon. There is more at stake here than you understand, Andreas. That may be, but I can't in good conscience let an innocent man face death while a murderer runs loose. Which is why I've come to you with a request. And? Ferenc is Gernot's assistant. Suggesting Ferenc might have killed Lorenz might anger the abbot and to her close. The brothers chose Gernot over Ferenc because they didn't find Ferenc trustworthy. Gernot might not either. Well, that's a good point, actually. I could keep Ferenc's name out of it entirely, but then my reasoning would sound rather vague. And also Ferenc's in the room, so that's maybe not smart. I'll just say I have reason to believe there's something hidden in Brother Gerhard's grave, and I'd like to dig it up. What does that have to do with the death of Baron Rothvogel? I suspect the weapon used to murder the Baron may be buried there. Baron Rothvogel was stabbed. We know the murder weapon used to kill him. Brother Piero was found holding it. It's hard to explain our reasoning without revealing that we were in on the autopsy. I will risk it. The Baron's stab wound was self-inflicted. He was killed by a blow to the head. How do you know this? I recall telling you to stay off the Abbey grounds after the body was discovered. Florian let me watch his investigation of Lorenz's wounds against the Abbot's wishes. It would be ungrateful of me to reveal his disobedience to the Abbot. But what we've learned might help convince the Abbot that Piero couldn't have killed Lorenz. Oh yeah, that's tricky. If we admit that we saw the body, that could cause problems. But I'm not sure there's another way to get the Abbot to agree to dig up the grave. Sorry, Florian. So, you lied to me about staying away from the Abbey, and you roped Florian into your mess. And you admit as much to my face. Fascinating. Brother Florian and I will discuss his role in this farce later. You seem to think I don't care who killed the Baron or whether Piero is the one who did it. I do. But I have a role to play here, and I shan't be seen to undermine the authority of the Archdeacon by stepping outside of it. Do you take me for a fool? I will not let you exhume Brother Gerhard's body on a hunch. What does it matter? He's nothing more than bones now, I'm sure he won't mind. He was a brother of this abbey, and he should be left in peace. Just as I would like it to be. Leave now, and do not pester me about this again. Okay, so that was a total failure. We've just dropped Florian right in it. And we have nothing to show for it. So I think we can call that an unqualified failure. I'm not sure how to make time pass forward so we can get to Nunez. Although maybe that's something we should save for next time, because it is getting a bit late. Actually, no, we'll not go to the kitchen. Right. I think I will leave it there because that is getting towards 10:30. So I should definitely call it quits because I do have work tomorrow, unfortunately. But we'll continue this for sure, because things are really starting to heat up. So let us quit. And now, normally this is the point at which I would raid somebody. But I've never done that through YouTube before. So I wonder how we shall do that. Let's take a look. I think I would have to find people to follow that then I could then raid. So to save on any confusion or hassle, I'll just end it kind of dead there. But thank you very much to everyone that came in to watch. I think it was a pretty successful first stream on YouTube. It's kind of an experiment at this stage. I don't know if I'll keep it up because it's different from Twitch, but not substantially so. And it might actually be better to keep streaming on Twitch and turn this channel into a place for videos rather than streams, although I could also archive streams here and highlights as well, which we've already kind of been doing on our Sex and the Spooky channel, so subscribe to that if you're not already. Apart from that, I just want to thank Ryan and Tom for coming in to chat with me. Always great to have those two guys around. And, well, I think we will pick this up on another date. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.